What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I think you're definitely sleeping on Terra Luna Classic. I mean, if you're watching this video, you probably were searching for Terra Luna Classic, or maybe you were part of the notification squad and you were like, let me see what Matt has to say about Terra Luna. He hasn't talked about it in a while. What's your information that you want to bring forward? Why do you believe that this is going to be the case? So I want to talk to you guys about Terra Luna. I want to talk to you about why it can still reach a level of $1. Right? I know that's maybe a tricky topic for some people because they look at that topic and they're like, let's baby step our way into getting to a level of dropping 2 zeros or dropping 3 zeros, getting to 1 cent first, getting to 10 cents before we kind of push for that level to get to $1. But the fight is still on for getting to $1, right? It can still get there. It just really all depends on, what the community does as well as what we look forward to and what we support in the end, right? Now, I'll be honest, there may be some proposals, there may be some fighting back and forth, there may be some action that's taken place that maybe I'm not 100% aware of, right? I'll be honest. But I try to remove myself from those places because anytime I decide to get into the conversation of those, there's definitely a fight back and forth on whether somebody believes we should or shouldn't do that. And I think the community really just needs the guidance, right? I think to say that we support something, you need a guidance like a Doquan, like a CZ, like a person that's going to say, this is where we're going and this is what everybody needs to do. Because right now we just have one person that's no better than the other person, and both of them are arguing different things. Maybe 3 people, maybe 4 people. All of them are arguing different things. They're all virtually the same person. Yes, they have different views, but they're virtually the same person with the same amount of pull. Meaning that just because you say something doesn't mean that this side's going to agree, or this side's going to agree, or this side's going to agree, right? That's how it goes. So if we can find a way to come together, to experience the burns, to fight for the recovery of what Terra Luna Classic is and what USTC is, then we can see that progression. We can see that level to 10% of a penny and 100% of a penny being at 1 cent or being at 10 cents or being at $1 and even further than that. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon at PerryHGA. You can follow me over there. Now, don't forget, if you guys want to trade Terra Luna Classic, you can trade it on BTCC. You can trade up to, I believe, a 50x leverage. You can also get a 10% deposit bonus when you sign up using my link, as well as extra bonuses up to $10,055 and 40% lower trading fees. So there's a lot of things that you could do with this platform, not only leverage trade, but also trade outright and demo trade. So if you're interested, click that link at the top of the description and sign up today. Now, Terra Luna Classic currently stands at 0.000065. Right? This is very low compared to where we saw this, December 2023. We expected to see the same level of output. We didn't really see that. We saw a little bit of a push, but it wasn't the same level of output, obviously. And we're sitting right now at a $355 million market cap. This is when a lot of people will say, I'm done, right? It's been down here for so long. It hasn't recovered, hasn't made these moves for such a long time. I want to be a part of something that is making a move. And I totally understand where you're coming from, right? What have you done for me lately? That's always where it is. But you have to understand, if you didn't buy at these levels and you're down right now, it's an opportunity to average down. If you haven't bought any or you sold at the top, now is the time to buy into it completely so that you can experience what we're all going to experience when it gets to 1 cent, when it gets to 10 cents, when it gets to $1, right? And again, these are opportunities that it can get to $1, opportunities that it can get to 10 cents. I fully believe that it's going to get to 1 cent. I fully believe that we're going to see it at a $50 billion market cap. That's not too much to ask for. That we've seen that in meme coins. We've seen that in things that don't have any type of value or utility or push in any way. So that's something that I 100% believe is going to happen, is 1 cent. Now, the question is, are we going to see this get to a level of $1? Why? Why do you believe that this is going to get to a level of $1, or why do you believe that it's not going to get to a level of $1? Now, I think the opportunity is 100% there to get to 10 cents, to get to a level of $1 as well. But it all comes with one main thing, which is burning down the supply. You're not going to get to a $1 price point at a 5.6 or 5.46 trillion coin supply, meaning that if you're at $1, it would be a $5.46 trillion market cap for a coin, that honestly has trouble keeping the community all in one place. It's not something that I see as a $5.5 trillion market cap. So you would need to see those burns. Now, how do those burns happen? Right? They happen many different ways, whether it's, by a validator, whether it's by, just seeing Binance burn, or just regular burns that are going through, or, whoever, right? You have various ways that you can see burns that go through. Obviously, I would like to see those exchanges feed into the level of impact or the level of volume that you're going to see, and be able to burn a certain portion of that. I feel like that would be huge for the community to come together and say what is going to happen after we do see those burns, not necessarily just selling, but seeing the overall recovery of Terra Luna Classic. And that leads us into the second thing, which is that recovery, right? Recovery of Terra Luna Classic, recovery of USTC, repegging of USTC. We need to see those things that happen right now. We need to see those things happen as soon as possible, or at least a plan that is not only on paper, but it's in action, right? We see the burning. We see the timeline to repeg USTC, to get a Terra Luna Classic back to $1 or more, see the algorithm back in place. Those things have to happen in order for us to see that level, that illustrious level of $1. If anything had the chance to get to $1, and we're talking about meme coin hype with the backing of utility, it would be Terra Luna Classic. It has the backing, it has the support from the community, whether it's YouTube, TikTok, just buying it outright, or just talking about it word of mouth. It has the popularity, and it also has the potential utility, understanding the algorithm being back in place, and the peg with USTC, and the connection there, and all of that, right? So you can see those two come together versus something like a Shiba Inu, which would have to burn down the entire supply only for getting those gains for the community. Same thing could happen for Pepe or many other meme coins, right? Meme coins have the popularity for people to buy and then sell it a lot higher. That isn't what necessarily Terra Luna Classic is all about, right? Yes, you want to be able to gain your gains, but it's more than just selling it at the high point. It's believing in something that could be so much more, not only worth so much more, but usable in so much of a higher manner. Okay, that's kind of where we need to stand. That's what we need to see. In my opinion, I believe it can 100% get to those levels. It can get to $1, but doesn't mean that it will 100% get there. No, I believe it can, right? The percentage is a little bit weird in how I mentioned it, but it definitely can get to those levels. It's just, what is the probability that we see all of these other things, all of these other factors happen as well to get us to that $1, right? To get us to the $2, $3 mark, all-time high mark. All of those are still possible. I never like to say it's never possible. I really don't like to use absolutes. The only time I really want to use absolutes is to say that I don't want to use absolutes, or I don't use absolutes. And that's what makes it still open. To say that it has maybe a 0.1% chance, or to say it has a 1% chance of happening, that still leaves the door open just a little bit. It doesn't close the door fully. However, my exit plan, and what many of people have seen, it starts out lower, right? It starts out, at a level of, 1 0, 2 zeros, right? It starts out at a lower level than $1. It starts out at a lower level than 1 cent, right? But it doesn't mean that I don't believe it can get to $1, right? There's so much possibility, especially looking at the level of growth you would have even up to some of these smaller figures, right? Up to 0.0006, would now be a 10x from where we are right now. Up to the all-time high for this low section would be a 10x from where we are right now. Then seeing that grow another 10x, would be, so much more on top of that. I mean, I'm so for it, right? I'm so for 100x. I'm so for 1000x. Not only in my position, because I still hold 56 or 55 or 56 million coins in my possession. I'm excited for what's to come. I want to know what you guys think. Do you believe that $1 is still possible? But then also, in the same sentence, in the same breath, do you believe that $1 will happen? Right? So do you believe it's possible? Do you believe it will happen? What's the percentage that it's possible? And what's the percentage that all things align that it happens, right? Hopefully you can answer that. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to check out my link for BTCC, it's down there in the description. I'm going to get out of here. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.